Hey y'all, so tonight we're going to go ahead and knock out a build. We partnered up and did a giveaway with a YouTube channel called Battery of Arms. If you haven't checked them out, go over to YouTube, check them out. They're some pretty cool guys. Their videos are pretty informative, and they just have a great energy about them. They'll make you laugh. I mean, the last one, I think they did it was a new Kimber 2011 that they did. But they did a giveaway. I think it was their 1,000 subscribers. I think that's what it was. And the winner, Dwight, I believe is his name, ordered a 4-inch shield inside the waistband. I haven't done that build on the channel because I'm trying to build up some more videos. I'm trying to be better about getting more videos out there. So I'm going to go ahead and film this one. I told the guys over at Battery of Arms I'd film it so they could put it on their channel as well for the giveaway. So I'm going to go ahead and get this knocked out. Do want to give a couple quick updates. So last video I talked about death by stickers. I do want to be transparent and say that I don't know if they saw the video or what, but I did get a notification that my order was refunded. So that's something. I mean, I would, like I told them originally, I'd rather support their business and have the stickers and patches, but they were unable to do that. So they did refund my order. That's good. I did put an order in through another patch company, and those patches should be here later this week. I'll get them added to the website. I do have the chain cuff mold in. So I'm gonna get these put on the website. Turned out great. I got it dialed in this weekend. Super happy with it. Super happy with the way it came out. It just absolutely awesome. So I'll get those added. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting. I do have the hinge cuff on the way. For you builders, I use Ox Creek. That's who I like getting the handcuff molds through. So head over and get your guys'. I think I paid $90. I think the mold was $90. I didn't get the trim jig because we're making our own. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get the build started. We'll head over to the table, get this 4-inch shield knocked out, and I'll try and get it uploaded this weekend. All right, so here we go. So I already got the retention plate cut. So we're going to start off with our 5 pieces of tape. And I am using a, it says it's an on-target mold, but I don't think they're in business anymore. I think Multi-Molds bought them out. I think that's who I got this from. I ordered it through Holster Smith, of course. Typically I order my molds through Holster Smith, but there are times where I have found that the Blue Gun store and Holster Smith there have been times where I've looked for a mold through there and they didn't have it, and I went over to Multi-Molds and they did have it. So if you don't see what you're looking for, just double check Multi-Molds or message Tony and just see if they do have it, because I have found some that aren't listed on Holster Smith. Not really sure why that is, but I have found that sometimes just because it's not on there doesn't mean they don't have it. And Blue Guns, definitely, there's a ton on the Blue Gun store website that I didn't even know that they made, because they weren't on Holster Smith. So yeah, I was actually just talking to Iggy from Faltac the other day because I was looking for a Blue Gun for the new Bodyguard 2.0, and they didn't have it on Holster Smith, but they do have it on the Blue Gun store. So I actually ended up reaching out to going to Black Flag Manufacturing and was able to get a 3D printed folding prop for our new vac mold. So and it works great. So and it's cheaper. I think I paid 25, maybe it was 30, can't remember. But wouldn't recommend folding with it, obviously, or forming with it, I mean. But for a folding tool, worked great. So yeah, so we got our 5 pieces. So got that. And like I said, this is a really simple one. Usually I like filming like the light bearing stuff because that's what a lot of guys need the most help with, but I wanted to make sure that I got this content for my fellow YouTubers. So yeah, I do block these out. I've heard that you don't have to, because the way this is shaped, it'll slide right in. I'm not a fan of that, so I block mine out. So you can do whatever you're comfortable with, but I just feel better having it blocked out. So that put on there. Get a little piece of tape. And this is going to be a right hand inside the waistband. So could probably use a big piece and fold it over, but I think I'm just gonna play it safe and do the small pieces here, just to make sure I get a good tack on there. Because the way we clamp down our taco press, I don't want that moving any. I am going to go over, I had a fellow bender reach out to me who was looking at doing some taco pressing, asking about definition, what clamps I use. I think that I might have covered it before, but I know that he's watched the videos before, because he was getting into the badge holders, so maybe I didn't. So I'm going to cover that in this video and just show you guys the clamps I use. It's not anything fancy. It's literally from Lowe's or Home Depot. I can't remember which one I got them from, but I'm going to cover that as well. So I'm going to do our IWB. There's a little bit of rock there, so I'm going to go ahead and get some in. I think that'll probably fix the problem. It's a little thick. Let's see what we got here. So put this here. And as you guys know, we do the adjustable height blocking. It's just one of the things to kind of make our holsters a little bit more unique, because there's so many holster companies out there and everybody kind of makes the same thing, puts their own twist on it. So this is just kind of our adjustment, and I like being able to adjust the depth of my carry, depending on where I'm carrying it at. It makes it to where I can carry appendix and I can carry it deeper. And if I'm carrying, you know, around the back side of my waist or around my back, I can bring it up just a little bit. So that's why we do our blocking the way we do. And I made the blocking for ours just using flat bar. Hopefully I will have my CNC up soon. And while being able to make molds is the primary focus of that, being able to cut this blocking out with a CNC will be amazing. So, yeah. Make sure we get both sides of that. Beautiful. And for our customers, because I know that y'all watch as well as the benders, we've gotten a couple messages asking about gun shows. We will get back into the gun shows. I just don't do a lot in the summertime, because we live in the South and in my experience, I can make more by just replying to messages in the shop while I'm getting work done. So I stopped doing the summertime gun shows. I usually only do like the fall winter. So we will be getting back. I think the next one we'll probably do will be Trustful for my local customers. And I am doing a vendor day up at Taprack Ridge at the end of September. We'll be heading up there with, there's going to be a bunch of other people up there, but it's a summit that they're doing, and they invited us up. So I will be up there for that for our Kentucky customers. And I'll post the where that's going to be at and all that stuff. But if you're one of our Kentucky customers, which we have quite a few, or one of the store owners, we've talked to a lot of y'all up there that's curious about our products or anything like that, I will be bringing a bunch of holsters up to demo and to show. I don't know if I'm going to make any to sell or not. I might. My purpose of going up there is kind of really to just be a resource for picking out the right holster and all that stuff. But I may bring some up to sell. We'll just see what I have in inventory when I go up there. But for you store owners, definitely come by and see me or message me, and I can swing by and see you. I know y'all are just as busy as I am. So let me know, and I will gladly swing by up there. It's right outside or in Corbin. So let me know, and I would love to come up there and meet y'all and put a face to the name to all you guys I've talked to. I think there's probably, man, Rob sent me probably 3 different stores up that's just in his area. And then we have about 4 more in the Kentucky area that I have on the list over here of ones that we've spoke to. So let me know if y'all are able to link up at the end of September. I would love to come up and see y'all and kind of talk to you about some of what we offer. So right now I'm just putting on the retention plate. This is obviously so that we can put our retention screws in and have that adjustable retention. And believe it or not, when I was first starting out, the first holsters that I ever made, I did not do this. I know that sounds really stupid, but I was learning. 100% mandatory, y'all. Like, don't, if you make a holster and put a spacer in there without putting this retention plate in there, you're going to end up with slop in your holster, which is not good. So you need the retention plate. I use MDF. You can get it in big sheets at like Lowe's or Home Depot. I actually order 12x12s from Amazon, and I found that it's pretty cheap. I think I pay $40 for a big pack of 12x12s, and they work great. I love them. So that's what I use, but just regular MDF. That's all I use. So there we got it. Right hand draw inside the waistband, blocked out side controls, got our retention plate on. So we'll go ahead and get this in the press, and I'll jump back on here when we have, I don't know, a minute left or so in the press, and go over the clamps like I talked about. So I'll be right back with you. All right, so said I was going to cover some clamps. So first of all, I used the metal Holster Smith taco presses with the extreme foam. If you're going to use the clamps like I do, you have to use the steel presses. It'll chew the wood ones completely up. So don't try and use the wood ones if you're going to use the metal presses. But the first thing I do is I clamp it down using a DeWalt hand clamp like this. And then I use these. I think they're 1 inch. Yeah, they're the 1 inch flat bar clamps. And I crank these down. I mean, you'll see in a second, I crank them down as tight as I can get them. So these are the 2 clamps that I use. I've tried using C-clamps attached and used an impact to save my hands on it. It just doesn't work. It chews up the bar in the C-clamps. You can't feel how tight it's getting, so you don't know if the retention is right. So I stopped messing around with the C-clamps, and this is what I do. I get amazing definition on mine. And that's just what I've grown accustomed to. So we got about 20 seconds here, and then we'll get this clamped up, and I will show y'all exactly the process that I use when I clamp mine up. Alright, get that side in there, make sure it's even, put our mold in, and then you want to push down when you're clamping so that way your sight channel doesn't get all cockeyed on you. So push down on those so they can fold over. It's the only problem with the taco press is sometimes your Kydex wants to fold over on you. You just gotta pay attention, make sure it doesn't. So I tighten that down as tight as I can get it, about like that. Then I crank it down with the 1-inch bar. And while I have broke the rails on molds, I've snapped it, molds using the Iggy press. That's what I used to use. I still love my Iggy press for pancakes and things like that, but I don't offer pancakes anymore. I only do taco. So this is just faster for me. I have 2 presses mounted up here. I have another 2 underneath the bench that at some point I'm going to mount up once I expand my shop and make it bigger. But yeah, so that's what I do. So let these sit in here 8 to 12 minutes, but it'll just be a second, and then I'm probably going to speed up the cutting and sanding and all that, so it's not a 45-minute video. But that part of it is shown in other videos, so if you have questions about it, let me know, and I'll gladly focus on that in the next video, but I'm going to speed it up in the next one, that way the video is not too long. Alright, we're back. So, we're going to do this, and then he ordered this with a monoblock. I am going to put our branded foamy on there as well. But I'll include a monoblock as well, being it's a giveaway. I want to make sure our brand's on there. So, I'm going to build it out with the branded foamy for our pictures and content. But I'm going to throw his monoblock in there as well. That's what makes our blocking so unique, is that we can run any kind of clip we want, because it's all universal. I mean, we can do slim clips, we can do multi clips, all one holster. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get this out. I put this in for cutting and shaping purposes. So I'll take that out, pull this out, and then we'll hit it with our trusted rim oil here. Get all those white pencil marks off and all of that. Get us our rag. Get this all wiped up so it looks real good. And white pencil marks off. Nobody wants those on there. And for you builders out there, I have found that you can order Kansas 6 rim oil. They come out to about $10 a can, which I don't know what y'all are paying at your Walmart or local sporting goods store, but we pay about $15. So I order mine through Amazon, and like I said, I get 6 cans, and it comes out to about $10 a can. And blue tape. For those of you, if you're not in the Benders page, you didn't see my post. Amazon, man, buy in bulk. You save anywhere from $1 to $3 a roll on blue tape. So let's get our hardware out here. So we got this 1/4 inch spacer, like usual. We got 4. This and that. All right. So as you guys know, I've talked about this multiple times. On compacts, subcompacts, micro compacts, I do 1 retention screw. I drill 2 holes, but I only drill through one side. I've just found that this is my favorite way to secure my mod wings when I do them. If there's no mod wing, then I do 2 retention screws. But one puts plenty of retention there. Never have any issues or complaints about lack of retention or anything like that. I've just found that's what works best for me. So if you want to do the pass-throughs, you can. I've done it that way as well. That's just extra hardware, so I have to charge more. So I found that this way makes it to where it holds it perfectly secure, and as you can see, 1 is plenty. So that's what I do. Holds it nice and secure. So yeah. All right, and then we're gonna get our 2. We need 1 more 1/4 inch spacer. So we got our foamies here. And like I said, I'm going to put a branded foamy on here, especially with it being a giveaway. I really want our logo on there. For builders, as many builders as there are out there, anytime you can put your brand on your logo, you need to do that. It's free advertising. And customers love it. Hopefully once we get our laser engraver up and going, I'll be able to put our logo on monoblocks and metal foamies and stuff as well. The guy I have that does my laser engraving for my foamies, he offers it, but it just increases the price point too much for me to justify it. So, but there we got it. IWB, like I said, this was a giveaway for a fellow YouTuber, Battery of Arms, but that's what we're looking at right there. And I will get this uploaded, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, if there's anything y'all want to see, let me know. Light bearing, inside the waistband, level 2, outside the waistband, paddles, just leave it in the comments or shoot me a message and I'll gladly do a video on it. But until next time, see y'all later.